Factsverse presents Pregnant Pitbull Refuses to Give Birth, and after a look at the ultrasound, the vet realizes why. Before we get into this video, help us spread the word about Factsverse by clicking that like button. Also, be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss our future videos. Chris and Mariesa had a great relationship. They both had a love of dogs and opened their home up to many adopted dogs. According to Mariesa, the fact that the two are so passionate about saving dogs, it's made their relationship stronger. Living with so many dogs, their lives were pretty crazy, but they wouldn't have it any other way. Chris and Mariesa had plenty of dogs already, but they often took a trip to the Cuyahoga County Kennel to see if there were any dogs there who needed to be fostered. That was how they got most of their dogs. They'd offer to foster a dog, and then they'd fall in love with the dog, and soon the dog would be a permanent member of the family. Mariesa told Chris that it had been a while since they had gone to the kennel to help a dog, and it was about time. Well, when the couple went to the kennel, the first dog they saw was Storie. She was a pregnant pit bull, and the couple immediately fell in love with her. Chris was a bit apprehensive, though, knowing that Storie would be, well, giving birth to even more dogs. But Mariesa talked him into it for Storie's well-being. The people at the kennel told the couple that Storie should have already given birth at this time. They said that there was a chance that Storie hadn't given birth yet because she was just stressed out. A kennel isn't really the best place for a dog to give birth because it's loud and chaotic. Not a good thing for the dog or her puppies. Well, when Chris and Mariesa took Storie from the shelter, they took her to the vet before heading home. They wanted to make sure that Storie was healthy, and the vet gave her an x-ray. The couple was shocked when they found out that she was carrying 12 puppies. At first they panicked. They already had several dogs at home. How could they care for a mother and her 12 puppies? Now they knew that they took on the responsibility and that they would have to find a way to work it out. The couple had a kennel outside, and they set up a kiddie pool full of blankets. They figured that would be the perfect place for Storie to go into labor in a few days. And they were shocked that just 12 hours after bringing Storie home, she did go into labor. 18 hours later, she delivered all 12 puppies. They realized she couldn't give birth in the kennel because it was too stressful. As soon as she felt comfortable with the Hugheses, she was ready. A few days after the puppies were born, they opened their eyes. When they were born, they all had cauliflower ears, but within a few days they opened up. It wasn't just the puppies' ears that opened up, it was also their personalities. All 12 puppies had their own personality and mannerisms. It was easy for this couple to tell the difference between each puppy and give them all sweet names. A few months after the puppies were born, it was time for the couple to try and find new homes for them. Having 13 extra dogs roaming around the house was just a little bit too much. The puppies were full of energy, and that meant that they spent their days running around and fighting. They decided that after 3 months it was time for each of those puppies to find a forever home. Chris had a favorite puppy that he wanted to keep, and Mariesa had her favorite. After thinking about what life would be like with 2 more dogs, they both decided to sacrifice their favorite puppy to give them happy new homes as well. Pitbulls and More Animal Hospital helped them rehome the puppies, which wasn't really all that difficult. Shortly after the puppies went up for adoption, the applications started pouring in. Chris and Mariesa knew that they already had more dogs than they could handle, so Storie would need a new home. They wanted to still be in her life, and they were thrilled when their friend offered to take Storie in. Since Storie would be living with their friend, they'd get to see her all the time. The couple has so many pets that they often chronicle their adventures on a YouTube channel called Life in the Doghouse. On their video, the couple explained their love of dogs. They also talked about their decision to give up the puppies and how hard of a decision that was. This couple's love for dogs is amazing, as is what they do for dogs in need. Subscribe for more.